A reading from the letter of James. But be doers of the word, and not merely hearers who deceive themselves. For if any are hearers of the word and not doers, they are like those who look at themselves in a mirror. For they look at themselves, and on going away, immediately forget what they were like. But those who look into the perfect law, the law of liberty, and persevere, being not hearers who forget, but doers who act, they will be blessed in their doing.
A reading from Thomas Merton. Do not depend on the hope of results. When you are doing the sort of work that you in the Catholic Worker have taken on, especially an apostolic work, you may have to face the fact that the work will be apparently worthless and even achieve no results at all, if not perhaps the opposite of what you expect. As you get used to this idea, you start more and more to concentrate not on the results, but on the value, the rightness, the truth of the work itself. And there too, a great deal has to be done through, as gradually you struggle less and less for an idea and more for specific people. The range tends to narrow down, but it gets much more real. In the end, it is the reality of personal relationships that saves everything. It is so easy to get engrossed with ideas and slogans and myths that in the end one is left holding the bag empty, with no trace of meaning left in it. And then the temptation is to yell louder than ever in order to make the meaning be there again by magic. The big results are not in your hands or mine, but they suddenly happen, and we can share in them. But there is no point in building our lives on this personal satisfaction which may be denied us, and which, after all, is not all that important. The real hope, then, is not in something we think we can do, but in God, who is making something good out of it in some way we cannot see. If we can do His will, we will be helping in this process, but we will not necessarily know all about it beforehand.
Almighty and merciful God, Father of all men and women, Creator and ruler of the universe, Lord of all history, whose designs are without blemish, whose compassion for the errors of men is inexhaustible, in your will is our peace.
Mercifully hear this prayer which rises to you from the tumult and desperation of a world in which you are forgotten, in which your name is not invoked, your laws are derided and your presence is ignored. Because we do not know you, help us to be masters of the weapons that threaten to master us. Help us to use our science for peace and plenty, not for war and destruction.